Hapaday, my dear people of Guam. Our hearts are with our brothers and sisters in the CNMI and the FSM. They are facing loss and uncertainty today, but they are not facing it alone. Guam stands with them as family because we know what it means to endure and we know what it takes to rebuild. I also want to recognize the men and women who showed up before the typhoon, during the typhoon, and after the typhoon has passed. Our first responders, our utility crews at GPA and GWA, the mayors and their teams, our National Guard, our medical professionals, our telecommunications crew, and the many volunteers and community organizations who stepped in when our people needed them most. You are the backbone of our response, and our island is stronger because of you. We are grateful, but gratitude must be matched with action. There are plans, and we have capable people. We have agencies working hard every single day. But what we must strengthen is how we bring those efforts together with clear priorities, coordination, and follow-through at the leadership level. Because when systems are not aligned, it is our families who feel the impact. We have seen this cycle too many times. The storm comes, the damage is done, we respond, we rebuild, and then we face the same vulnerabilities all over again. That's not resilience. It's a cycle we have to break. A resilient Guam means being ready before the storm arrives. It means stronger infrastructure, reliable systems, effective communication, and a government that doesn't wait to act. It is already prepared. That is why today we are putting forward a key part of our Guam First agenda, our resilience plan. First, we will strengthen the systems our island depends on. This starts with enhancing and strengthening our emergency management framework across the entire government of Guam, something that has failed us for the last 8 years, making our power and water infrastructure more resilient, more reliable, and better prepared for the realities we face as an island in the Pacific. I want to recognize the leadership and the hardworking men and women at GPA and GWA. They are doing critical work under challenging conditions. As governor, I will work in partnership with the Consolidated Commission on Utilities to support and strengthen these efforts because resilience requires coordination, not conflict. We will strengthen and leverage our relationship with the federal government to improve our energy and water systems through joint planning, partnerships, and targeted investments that support both national security and our civilian infrastructure. At the same time, I will advocate in Congress and with the Department of War to increase Guam's defense access roads funding and related infrastructure support, because these investments don't just improve our roads, they help harden our power and water systems as well. We will aggressively pursue federal funding to modernize our infrastructure, including programs like the Department of Energy's Grid Resilience and Innovation Partnerships and FEMA's Building Resilient Infrastructure and Communities program. In fact, this is not new endeavor for me. I've done this work before. Over 15 years ago, I authored Public Law 3185 to prioritize the use of federal funding for infrastructure, and it has saved Guam's millions of dollars over the years. We will build on that approach and expand it to meet today's challenges. The law created a pathway to use federal dollars to strengthen our infrastructure, including supporting efforts to harden systems and underground power in parts of our island. While reducing costs to our taxpayers, it's an approach built on responsibility and one we will continue moving forward. Because when it comes to power and water, reliability is not optional. It is essential.
The Atacalvo administration will protect homes because that's where resilience begins. The reality is simple. Most storm damage hits hardest at home. So we will launch a Stronger Homes program focused on helping families strengthen their homes in anticipation of future storms. We will set a clear standard for storm readiness and work tirelessly to support our residents to prepare for the worst, because every home in Guam should have protections like typhoon-rated shutters and structural reinforcements. In fact, Vice Speaker Atta already urged GURA to deploy community development block grant disaster recovery funding to support home hardening for qualified families, including grants for typhoon shutters, roof tie-downs, and window and door strengthening. I would also like to add that although Typhoon Mawar happened in 2023, program access just started in May of 2026. When federal disaster funds are provided for the benefit of our people, they should be deployed in a more timely manner and not held back until an election year. In addition, our administration will streamline permitting for major home upgrades so families can make improvements without unnecessary delays. And we will leverage federal resources to help make these upgrades more affordable. Lastly, we will work with the Guam Energy Office to support home upgrades, including solar and backup power systems, so families can keep the lights on even when the grid goes down. When homes are stronger, families are safer, and recovery becomes faster for everyone.
We will transform how Guam responds and recovers. No more delays, no more confusion. As governor, I will implement a unified command structure that brings together agencies, utilities, mayors, federal partners, and key stakeholders under one coordinated response plan, with clear roles and real-time line communications. We will pre-position equipment and supplies before the storm arrives, and establish pre-disaster contracts for debris removal and emergency services so recovery begins immediately. Our administration will modernize damage assessment by using technologies such as drones and digital reporting tools to quickly identify impacts, document losses, and accelerate access to federal recovery funding, so the support gets to our people as soon as possible. Resilience is not just about infrastructure, it is about readiness. We will conduct regular, coordinated island-wide planning, training, and exercises across local and federal agencies, NGOs, as well as the Department of War. This will ensure alignment and preparedness so that when the systems are tested, our response is immediate, organized, and effective. We will establish clear timelines and accountability standards for response and recovery, so our people know what to expect and the government delivers. And as Chief Executive, accountability starts with me. It means taking responsibility and ensuring every agency moves with urgency and purpose. Because after a storm, every hour matters. Our people deserve a response that is fast, organized, and focused on getting families back on their feet, and that requires leadership that shows up and gets results.
The Atta Calvo administration will educate and empower our people because resilience requires clear communication. We will launch island-wide preparedness campaigns so every family and business is ready for man-made or natural disasters. We will establish community emergency response teams and expand hands-on training opportunities so residents are equipped to act when it matters most. We will ensure clear, consistent, and real-time communication so every family knows what to do, where to go, and how to stay safe. Our administration will also work with mayors, schools, and community organizations to strengthen neighborhood-level preparedness and ensure resources and information reach every village. No more disconnects with municipal leaders and federal partners. Because government cannot do it alone, resilience is a shared responsibility.
And finally, we will strengthen financial resilience so recovery can begin immediately, not months later. Because when disaster strikes, families and businesses cannot wait. That is why, as Vice Speaker, I am preparing to introduce legislation to establish a disaster relief fund, a dedicated, locally controlled fund that ensures resources are available when our people need them most. While federal assistance is critical, it does not arrive overnight. Our people need support in the days immediately following a disaster, not weeks later. This fund will be built through disciplined annual contributions similar to the Rainy Day Fund, capped to ensure fiscal responsibility and replenishment over time, including through federal reimbursements. It will serve one purpose: to provide immediate support to our people and fund critical response efforts in the aftermath of a disaster. So our community is not left waiting, and the government is not forced to pull resources away from essential services like healthcare, education, and public safety. Whether it's food assistance, temporary shelter, or other essentials, help should already be in place when disaster strikes, not delayed by federal process. This is about being ready, ready to respond, ready to recover, and ready to support our people when they need it most. Now, some will ask, can we afford to do this? The answer is simple. We cannot afford not to. Because every dollar we invest in preparedness today saves many more in recovery tomorrow. This is not just about safety, it is about responsibility, protecting our people, strengthening our economy, and securing our future. This plan is about learning from what we have experienced and from what our neighbors in the CNMI are facing today, and making sure Guam is better prepared for the future. Because the next storm will come. That is not a question. The question is, will we be ready? Under this plan, under our leadership, Guam will be ready. Guam will be stronger. We will make our beautiful island the most disaster-resilient island in the Pacific, because our people deserve nothing less, and because our future depends on it. Thank you all. Si Zeus Maasi. God bless us all, and God bless Guam.